Got to make sure I got everything muted. Bet I don't.
I think it's streaming. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, I got an exclamation mark. But the only thing is, I can't share it from my email, where if it was on Facebook, I could share it. Or even on Instagram, you can share the screen.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody in chat to the Sampler So Long tonight. How many of you already have your blocks made?
Everybody raise your hands.
Yeah, we can see you out there. You don't know, but we can see you. Not really, but all right. Tell us what we need to do.
All right. Do you want to say hi to anybody first?
Well, there are 22 in here, and I think they're still coming in. Maybe we need to give them a few minutes to get here. Maybe we ought to do that before we get real started.
Right. We can say hi to everybody. There's our
Carrie's in there.
Yeah, hi, Carrie, Donna, and Carol.
Susan Munger, Denise Sopatch. Quilted Chicken Farms here.
But I streamed
K.
too. Hello, Sandra.
J Bad Seed.
Diane.
Guess who, Nancy?
I see Candy. Hello, Candy. And Emily. Hello, Emily. Oh, I missed the command.
Kim, Deb Somerville. RV Quilt Quest.
Oh, 44 in here now.
Hi, Sheila.
Hi, Sheila. We're going to miss Sheila and Francis tonight and Carrie. But they'll get to come back. Yeah.
I was on Carrie's live. Carrie went live a couple of hours ago for a few minutes. All right. So, if you don't mind, Rita, the first thing I wanted to address was the Tree of Life block.
Okay.
The Tree of Life block that we are not sewing today. And I know that I received a couple of messages, direct messages. If you make a mistake on the Tree of Life block and you get a 1.5-inch strip, or your square ends up a little smaller, just take the difference from your other blocks before you cut it and just take that amount off. So if your block comes out to 2 inches unfinished and it's supposed to be a 2.5, then just make sure that you've taken that amount off on the other side. And you can email me and I will help walk you through it. But we are not sewing the Tree of Life on this live. We are only sewing the basic blocks because the advanced blocks take a little bit more time. And so that's that. And for Sandra K, you can put it on point. Your tree doesn't have to be dead. You can put it on point. But that's all. That's the only thing I wanted to say about the Tree of Life block. So that is out of the way. Push it out of the way. And the way this is going to go for those who are planning on sewing with us, we are not pulling the name of the new blocks until after we've sewn Carrie Nation together. Okay, well, so if you thought you could just hop on here, get the name of the new block, and then log off, it's not going to happen that way. So we are going to get the right. And y'all just stop me. I've been awake forever. Work was hard today, so I may be a little crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the instructions, the steps that we're going to do it. Rita and Rowena, and I'm not sure if Mona is going to be sewing tonight or she's just going to be helping monitor chat as well. Are you sewing
I got
tonight?
my block cut out.
Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take the big strips, the thick strips, And again, I don't give sizes out because this is not our block, my block. If you need the link again, we'll put the link in. But we are all going to take your gold block or whatever you decided to be the thick strip. You're going to go ahead and sew it down and make your 1/4-inch seam all the way down. And Rita's got a nice shot.
Hi, Katie, Greenland Quilter. Hi, Karen Evans. I already did that part, so I'll read the chat. I
Okay.
said
Okay.
cut, so I got all mine cut out.
That,
Karen Evans. Hi, Kathy's Quilts and Crafts. Hi, Gladys.
And
Hi,
would you
Joyful Joy. Diane
like-
KW. Say so, Carrie and Maureen Kamiska.
did I beat Rowena or she beat me?
I didn't know he's racing.
I didn't either. I just thought about that while I was sewing down through there real fast.
what channel am I on?
I don't know.
Rita's Roost.
Yeah, you ought to be.
Okay. Mona, did you want to throw your email in there?
I already did.
Okay.
And I put
So I
in my Facebook, I thought.
Okay. Okay, so we are on, let me get mine. If you have your pattern in front of you, we are going to subcut. We are going to subcut that strip once you press it out.
Uh-oh, what did I do? Oh.
And this is the one that you are going to make 4 subcuts to the measurements given. Hi, Linda.
You look tired tonight.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've been awake since 3, and
Oh.
I got off of work at 6. Started work at 6:30. So, normally, and I'm in my pajamas already, so you know what I'm doing as soon as we get off this live.
Yeah, I gotta go to Uncle's.
Yeah. So, everybody just say when they're ready to move on to the next step. They are, because some of you have already subcut your blocks. You've already sewed it like like Mona. So you can go ahead at this point and just sew your other strip for those of you who have not sewn your other strip, which is the smaller one, and just go to your 1/4-inch seam. I will also say that if you sew a 1/2-inch seam, if you're just starting, you sew your 1/2-inch seam, don't worry about it. Just be consistent with that 1/2-inch seam. Your block may be a little smaller in the end, but at least it's consistent. So you're going to get a 10-inch block, and you're going to want to do that with all your blocks.
10-inch. I thought they were 12-inch blocks.
Yeah, but if you're sewing with a 1/2-inch seam, if your seam is a little bit bigger than a 1/4-inch,
One's done.
yeah, you're not going to get a 12.5-inch block.
Now I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. I used a 1/4-inch, so I'm good. We can sew now.
You can sew when you're ready. So Rita has subset her blocks. She turned it to the opposing color, and I guess
Not like that.
Mhm. And she's just setting her matching her seam right there. She's nesting it together, making sure that it touches flat and is tight. All right, Emily, that's fine. I think if I tried to sew tonight, it would just be all wonky and would come out to like 6 inches, and I'd have all kind of seams. Okay. Rita, you're quick.
And I'm going to wait to press them when I get this other piece sewed because I got to put my iron back up here. But now,
Yeah, mine's not on, so I'm not pressing at
Hey,
all.
Teresa Louise.
so if you'll tell them what I'm going to do now, so
Okay, so she is putting the two small strips together, and she is just taking her 1/4 inch seam. That's good, Christy. Are you enjoying it so far? Did you make a test block?
J. Mary Stone.
Hey, Katie.
Hi, Teresa Louise. I'm going to drop your link on Rita's channel. It's Hen. On my channel, it's Sew.
And if you have any questions, just put them in the chat and we will do our best. We did put our emails. Somebody had asked earlier how they could share their blocks as we progress. You can either email me at awkwardquilterga@gmail.com or monadidwhat@gmail.com.
Or
And
you can put it on my Facebook.
Or her Facebook, and we will compile it, and I will do a little short as I receive them. I'll gather a couple pictures and do a little short on my channel, and then Rita can share it out. So Rita is just pressing her seams nice, and then she is going to subcut that other section. I believe that there are 8 subcut pieces. And I'll just tell you, it's 8 subcuts for it's 2 inches, 2-inch strips. And if you need to watch a video, Mona did a short on it. Rita has had multiple videos on it. And I also did a tutorial on it step by step, so you can just watch it from there. So Mona, it looks like Mona went ahead and she's already sewn some of her pieces together. Not sure where Row is, and I feel like a commentator here. What everybody's doing. Rita is subcutting her block. And Rowena, where are you at?
I got my 4 patches done, and I'm going to get ready to cut the 2-inch squares.
Oh man, I got a seam rip.
and I cut crooked, so I'm going to straighten up that edge again because sometimes I have to do that. You ever do that?
all the time, especially when I'm sewing at 8:30 at night. I'm not a nighttime sewer. I do best early in the morning.
Where's my finger reverse? I had this problem the other night.
I'm going to paper. I see the triangles. Paper. Oh, piece the triangles. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't, Maureen. I don't do well with paper. With paper piecing, I don't FTP well.
I don't need the seam ripper.
And Katie, we're doing a sew along. We are doing 20 basic blocks and 20 advanced blocks. This block here is the Carrie Nation block from what's that quilt place?
Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware Quilts. So every Monday we're getting together. This is yeah, it is. It's a race. See who's faster. Every Monday we're getting together, sewing the block or finishing the block that we pulled from the previous week. And at the end of the live, we're going to be pulling the blocks, both the basic and the advanced, for the next week. And we'll probably be releasing a live earlier so people can practice, or if they don't have opportunities, they're not available on Monday nights, that they can sew along with us at their own pace. And this is a test for us, so we're just hopefully we'll be better next week, better organized next week.
Yeah, because I think with the videos, if they watch the videos, we have some good videos that we don't actually have to teach the block, just sew it.
Mm-hmm.
That's in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That ring again.
So, Rita, do you want to explain what you're doing right now to your audience?
Oh yes, I did.
I made the little 4 patches now.
Okay.
I made 4 of them. They're all the same.
So she took that secondary strip. That we worked on, subcut those 2 inches to get 8 2-inch units, and she just flipped them over to look like Neapolitan ice cream, and she's sewing them together, or hopscotch ice cream.
And I'm going to press them right quick before I go to the next step.
So J. Mary, it says, when you cut fabric, is the fabric for your block under the ruler, or is your ruler on top of what you're cutting off? It is, the fabric that you want to keep is going to be under the ruler. So just give me 1 second here. Let me get a piece of fabric. Hold on 1 second.
And
Yeah.
Lisa has a cutting video that she shows how to, on her channel, she shows you how to cut, and she goes into detail. So that would be a good video to watch also.
Now, I kind of messed up some of these, so I've started laying them out in that triangle and putting my white pieces where they need to go. And picking
Yeah,
them up.
me too, because I'm over here seam ripping.
So then I just pick them up one at a time and sew them.
So, Hey Mary, this is my 2-inch block. And let's say I wanted to cut a 5-inch or I'll do 3.5. 3.5. So, Jim Mary, I don't know if you can see that, and I'm going to put it as close as possible. If I wanted to cut a 3-inch strip or a 3-inch block, and I had a piece of fabric under it, the fabric size that you want is going to be under your ruler. You are going to be cutting away the excess. So anything above that and on the side of it, then you're going to turn your fabric around. See if I can get a block. Then you're going to turn your fabric around and you're going to line up the even cut with the corner. And you're going to trim away the excess off the sides of the ruler. Did that answer your question?
Now I'm going to show them real quick what I'm going to do next. I've got these pieces and they're chained together. So I can see that they're going to do that diagonal. So I'm going to turn them that way. And then so I'll have two sets of them.
Hi, Candy.
And if you happen to watch my video or read sometimes I do make a line on my block. I use a Sharpie and I mark my lines on my rulers, especially if I'm trying to get those 6/8 or 3/8 and it is hard to see under your fabric. I go ahead and draw a line and use that. That's a good idea, Kathy. I use blue tape, painter's tape on mine, but a Sharpie works just as well. And if you have some hand sanitizer and a napkin, it comes right off. It doesn't hurt your ruler at all.
Could you use those dry erase markers on there, I wonder?
You can.
Or would it just rub off on your fabric?
You don't want to put it on the side of your fabric, so it's going to be the side that's facing up towards you. That's where you that's where you're going to mark on your ruler.
Oh, on top.
Right. If you use the Sharpie, you don't want it on the fabric side because, if it's a Sharpie, it will get on your fabric.
Now I'm fixing to lay mine out and start to put it together.
Where are you, Rowena? Miss?
I'm sewing my 4 patches to my background.
I should
It's too fast. She's done this a zillion times.
I've had a lot of practice on this one.
I know.
I should say the winner gets ice cream.
It won't be me.
And I'm going to sew these. So I'm going to fold that one over and fold that one over, and I'm going to start on this one up here.
There you
She's
go.
already put her blocks together.
Well, I'd have been done if I wouldn't have sewed on it.
Okay, so
I'm going to pick
this
up.
Let's see, where did it go? Life at River Edge. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. But this is your strip. And if I was to cut it, I'm gonna go ahead and cut 2 pieces so I can show you because the ladies have already done it.
Now I've got these 2 pieces, but these 2 pieces chained together, and I ought to be able to open them up. And then make another one more seam, and that block will be done. So,
Rita.
well, it
I
will.
know. I know.
Right after I press it, give it a good pressing. This is a simple, easy. It really is.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
It is, but
life
not-
at River Edge, your block after you subcut that strip that's going to be into your 2 each subcuts, it is going to look like this, okay? And you want to make sure that you finger press that seam. And then all you're going to do is flip it together or flip it so that your color is opposite each other. So it's going to go like this. And then you're going to fold it over. You're going to fold it over and line it up. And then you're going to nest your seams, which means you're going to take that seam allowance that you made or that seam that you made. You're going to have one facing right. You're going to have the other facing left, and you can feel it lock in place. And then you are just going to sew that 1/4 inch seam down. You're going to just take that 1/4 inch seam down.
This goes this way.
I have the same rip.
I shouldn't laugh.
Hey, Janice, how are you?
Yeah, I'm the winner.
Rita, you're the winner.
Surprise.
All right.
She's made 1 million.
I've made 1 million of them. Isn't that pretty though?
Yes,
It
it is.
is. It's really, it's Janice, when they did when they said to cut out the 10-inch squares on the Tree of Life, that was enough fabric to either use their triangle paper or to make the units so that you could get that 2-inch block. So if you use the easy HST method and you did it bigger, then you didn't need that 10-inch block. And the pattern was a little confusing. Okay, Sheila, so chain piecing is merely, do you have any extra fabric with you, Rita? Any extra pieces that you could demonstrate what chain piecing is?
Let me find some.
Well, you life at River Edge, the way I do it when I look at my fabric, it's always the piece on my right hand side that I'm taking my 1/4 inch. Now I'm right-handed, so if you are left-handed, you may do things a little opposite, but I generally like the bulk of my fabric as I'm sewing all the units together to be away from my machine with the least amount of fabric underneath the needle facing the throat of the machine. But it is what works for you. If it is easier for you to sew on the left side, that's fine, but I generally sew down the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And chain piecing is like these little pieces. They're chained together. And they were little scraps off of something, but just I sewed one after the other. So
Yeah. So what you're essentially doing for chain piecing, Sheila, I'm going to explain it for the people that you saw that was asking about it. Is when you are doing multiple blocks of the same thing, you run your piece through the sewing machine, and then you take your next unit while your first piece is under, and you're just slipping it through and continuing to sew it, and then there will be just a little bit of thread in between it. So, and it just speeds up the process. But some people have sewing machines that have fabric cutters, and they prefer to cut after each block. So that's really a preference of what you want to do. Hey, Tina. And for everybody I missed, I'm so sorry. The chat is really, really going tonight. Almost like we're talking about some food.
I'm seeing 82 in here. I think that's the most I've ever had. I'm going to this channel too, but that's a lot of you.
Tina, we're not doing the advanced blocks on the lives because that would just take too long for us to do the advanced blocks. If anybody would like to do an advanced block and have some one-on-one time or do it in a group, we will be offering a couple of Zoom classes that you can, participate in, and we can walk you through that. But we figure if anybody does the advanced block, then they're pretty more competent than I am, because I have not been quilting that long. So if you're looking to me for all the answers, I don't have it.
And we both have videos out on the Tree of Life too. Because I watched one before, well, not that one. I watched a similar one and watched Lisa's. So then it was easier for when I did mine.
Did you get it done, Marla?
I'll put the comments up there. She says it's done. She done her Tree of Life.
Good. But again, if you want to show your blocks, you can do it in Mona's Facebook group. Rita, do you have a Facebook group?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can post it in Rita's Facebook group. I do not have a Facebook group. I really just do not do Facebook. Very nice. Very nice.
My trunk's a little wonky, but it looks like the tree in my yard.
Yeah. got those knots. So I actually did multiple ones. I have one up on the wall, and I showed this earlier, but that was my Tree of Life, that you can either do it on point, or as Sandra Kay likes to say, the fallen tree. The fallen tree. If you do it on point, it's really pretty. I am making both the advanced and the basic blocks, and I plan on putting this one on point and arranging it so I can get all my blocks in there.
Sorry, my computer kind of went thud. To get a 12.5 inch square. Well, actually, Jane, I did it on a 1/4 inch. I didn't sew a scant inch on the Tree of Life. I actually did a 1/4 inch seam, and there was thread that I had to cut off for excess. There wasn't much squaring up to do. Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
I better move this before I have an accident here.
And if you have a channel and you would like to drop it, all you have to do is type the word hen, and it will drop your link for it. Yeah, Tina, my plan was to put it on point, but I'm actually going to be appliquing some things on my final quilt. So when I'm done with it, just to kind of cover up some of that empty space that's going to be on there. Did yours seem to shrink? Now, they say if you pressed your seams open, it actually made it a little bit bigger. And I'm going to tell you that when I pressed my HSTs, I really kind of stretched that material to get as much material, flat material out there. And that might be why I got that. I mean, I pressed it and I sat my HSTs under a chopping board overnight. So it would be really nice and flat.
32 HSTs.
Square up. Rowena, did you make the tree of life?
No.
No.
Did
So Jane, on point is this is how the block would be for the HST or even for Carrie Nation. And putting it on point is
Standing it up straight. It's on point.
right, standing it up straight. And what you're essentially going to get is a square in a square. And so hold on a second.
Did you make the tree of life, Rita?
No, I started cutting it out one day, but all the 32 half square triangles still laying over there. I started squaring them up, and then I just kind of.
It's tiring after a while, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it pretty much is. This is. I don't know if you can see this, but this is your square. And by putting it on point, you're just you're adding fabric to it, which is half a square, a half triangle, and it's just going to square it up. So you're making a square in a square.
The tree of life is 12 and a half, just like all the rest of them.
Yeah,
They're all 12 and a half.
Right.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
And
Kim.
this one's a square and a square and a square. So
Hi, the right way. I want to do 4 blocks, but we'll see. Hi, Vintage Style, Bud Joe.
Setting triangles.
Okay.
Hi, Marla.
does
Hi,
it matter
River's
which,
Edge.
that just went. Does it matter which color we choose for the background?
Mm-mm.
No, it's your quilt. Do it however you want.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I use this white, but some of them have used a little light colored print.
I use white.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
use whatever I have.
Let's make Rowena. I'm going to make yours big so I can see yours. Hold yours back up. There's Rowena's. Isn't that pretty?
Oh, that's very pretty. I like the black floral. That looks like the black floral I
It's
have.
navy blue. It's navy blue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's got little pinkish, mauvish flowers on it.
Hi, Quilting with Helen. Happy New Year.
so I can't remember who asked, but I used a print on mine,
Mm-hmm.
and I plan on using multiple because I'm doing this from Lori Holt, so I'm just planning on using multiple background
I thought
fabric.
about that. I thought about doing that because I got some Lori Holt background and different ones.
And you could actually invert it where your background color is your dark color.
Mm-hmm.
And just, I mean, because Mona, what you doing?
What's she doing?
Sheila was asking if everybody knows what a clapper is. So I'm going,
Okay.
I'm getting her even for making fun of my head injury.
It turns out your lights.
Yeah, the clapper.
Hey, Helen. Hey, Kim.
Sorry, my brain goes off into different directions.
Thank you.
I like to liven things up.
Thank you, Kim.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lisa.
Oh,
I
oh
couldn't
no.
resist.
Oh
Lisa
no.
said that Mona would come on and entertain us, so
What she said when we were backstage before we come up here.
Is Jackie on here?
yes,
I
she
saw
is.
Jackie in the chat.
Yes, she
In the
is.
chat. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Jackie, I think last week you were asking about broken dishes. That's broken dishes.
Let me make you big so we can see that. That's a pretty block.
Yeah,
And when you're doing, oops, sorry.
that's the broken dishes block. And when I said that it was one of my favorite blocks, it's one of my go-to blocks when I'm just doing
That's
an
very
easy.
pretty.
When I'm just doing, and it's for another project that I've got going on.
I'll show them my mistakes so they know. When you're doing a directional
Hi,
fabric
dear Mary.
on these, you need to turn the strip the other way, or else you'll get one wonky like this upside down.
Or like this.
And then if you sew your strips each on a different one, then they're all right side up.
I would leave it that way, Rita.
Well,
I'm
yeah.
leaving mine. This wonky block.
I think I just made another block and finished the quilt. So
And for the people on here who this is their first time sewing, they've never quilted before, and this is their first block, just give yourself a lot of grace. It's a learning process.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us were perfect. I know that there's times where you rip out blocks that are really, really simple, and you've made a mistake and you rip it out, but just give yourself some grace. And if it's not, it does not have to be perfect, but it will be very meaningful for you because it's your first quilt. It's your first block. It's your first quilt, and you will get better. You will get better at it.
Will.
Or you have a quilt top all done and find out you've got a block the wrong way. So.
Let me show you what was on the edge of my sandwich today. It says creativity takes courage. So you just gotta go and get in there and get it done.
Hi, Jackie. Hi, Bud Files.
Don't be afraid.
For most of us, this is not my career. It is just something I do for enjoyment. And so if something is not perfect, it washes and wears just the same. It keeps you warm. It keeps you comfortable. It keeps you cozy. And that's all that really matters. And if you gift it to somebody, that's just the thought that went into it. They're not going to be inspecting your blocks. So just give yourself a lot of grace. And if it takes you, if you're not going to be as fast as Rita, I don't think I'm ever going to be as fast as Rita. And so if it takes you 3 hours to work on one block, let it take you 3 hours. It's okay.
And don't point out your mistakes.
I always say, look what I did.
I know, I do the same thing.
And my first block that I squared up, it started out, I think, 11 inches and ended up being 9. So it went from a throw to a baby blanket. But by the time I got that blanket done, I knew how to square the blocks after a few more videos. So,
darling, that's the tree of life, and that's what it looks. The block will look like, and if you want to put it on point, it's going to look like this. But I'm going to tell you that leaves on trees do not all go in the same direction. So if your half square triangle is faced in a different direction, that's nature,
That's a good point. Yeah.
It's nature. It does not have to look exactly like this. For your first block, if it's messed up, it's okay. If you have an HST all the way down here, that's okay. It's a leaf that fell off the tree. It is absolutely okay. And like I said, I haven't been quilting that long. Rowena, you've been quilting for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, off and on. I was like Rita. I quit for a while and then went back to it.
Yeah. So, and I'm challenging myself to do advanced blocks because sometimes you tend to lean towards the easy blocks.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the craft, so I'm actually putting different things in my blocks. I'm going to have some applique, I'm going to have some traditional piecing, you know, just different things, just to try different things. And if I make a mistake, oh well, I made a mistake. Um, let's see. Ooh, that chat is just flying. I can't keep up with it.
I'm not helping. That's why you're talking. I'm
No,
chatting away.
no. You know, the trunk of the tree, and it looks like it's going to be funny. Do not pull on the fabric when you're doing the trunk of the tree. Do not pull. Your instinct is when you cut that block on the tree of life, before you sew it in there, it looks like this is halfway up. That one block, it looks like it's halfway up and it's never going to match. But if you do not pull down on the fabric and just sew it, it will all line up, unless you're Mona, who also speed sews. Who
Do you see what Yo Patty wrote?
what did she write?
She said, "I'm halfway done with the tree of life. Where's the Tylenol?"
Mhm.
I already took mine.
Oh, yeah, there's another block in there if it ever gets pulled that
Are we going to pull blocks?
not until it's closer. whenever row is done. Does anybody else have questions? Glad the quilt police are not around working on a chrome quilt.
Yeah, I posted that. No quill police.
Yeah. And I can't do really tiny blocks because I have really fat fingers, and I can't push those blocks to keep them connected. So whenever I have to sew a 1-inch block, they're just all over the place. I do a lot of stretching and starching on them. You'll be reaching for the wine. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's a question.
20, I think.
20.
So it's 12.5 unfinished blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you what the size is because I do not know how you plan on sewing the blocks. If you're not going to put sashing on it, what is 12.5 down and 5 across and 6 down? What does that come out to?
I don't know.
It'll
But
at least fit a full. And if you add borders, it'll go to
Satin
a
and
V.
stones, it makes a big top, though. It makes a big quilt, a
Yeah.
queen size.
Right. And if you want it
Borders
to,
on it.
if you want to make a queen size, you can put more borders or you can make a bigger sashing. There's nothing wrong with making
You
a
can
bigger
make more blocks if you
Add
want.
blocks to it.
Yeah.
Add your own blocks.
I'll show you something.
That Delaware quilt has got gobs of blocks.
And that's not the only place. That's just
No, but it's got a lot. I mean, you could make a good size quilt.
mhm.
Or add borders. I just add borders.
Borders.
Judy Herbert, we made the Carrie Nation block. This right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
That's the only thing we're working on tonight. All these other things are confusing people, I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
12-inch blocks finished.
I a year ago I was just playing around with blocks and blocks. I was just playing around with basic blocks, sewing basic blocks, and I was actually learning how to do the, the square and the square and the square. I just made some big strips
Yeah.
to get those blocks.
Yeah.
I made to grow my quilt. So there's plenty of ways, and I would say email us. We don't know when the first Zoom is going to be, but if you email us and join us on the Zoom, we can go one-on-one and probably answer your questions a little bit better. It's a little bit better forum than this because we could actually talk to you.
Mhm.
And you could show us what you're working on and we can see and help you out.
And if some of you, I could post the link if some of them have finished their blocks tonight and want to come up on the panel and show it. We're
Yeah.
probably, I mean, they're welcome to do that. Wouldn't you say by now? I mean,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
'cause-
Francis, Sheila, Jackie, anybody.
I didn't pin the link, but I can because we're probably,
Put it right in the comment.
about done with this section of it. Don't
Yeah, I think we're done
Yeah.
with the
Mhm.
quilting thing. Now's the fun. No, I'm just
Ah,
kidding.
yeah,
Now
now's
drawing the block. Is it me or is something else keeps buffering? I think it's you because mine's not doing it.
now there's the StreamYard link. So
Yeah, and you can show us your I'm going to drop my email again. And Mona, when do you think would be a good time for the first Zoom? At the end of the month?
It doesn't matter to me. I'm having one Saturday from 4 to 6, but that's just bring your own project. But if somebody wants to come into that and work on a block, they're more than welcome. If they just email me, I'll send them the link.
Yeah, because I'll be on there too, and so we can go into another room.
Well, you'll have to tell me how to do that. I don't know how. I just know how to go. I don't know anything else. I know how to share the screen now too. And anybody that puts their blocks on Facebook, I will share your links on a live, or I will take a screenshot and send it to Rita so she has it and she could share it on her channel. And at the very end, it's up to these ladies, but we could always do a Zoom because I can get 150 people on here if there's that many that want to show their quilts. Or we could tape it off screen and then view it on both channels or 3 channels or whatever. Hi, Francis.
Yes, there's 20,
That's pretty.
there's 20 basic and 20 advanced blocks.
Hi, Pisky.
Y'all see my husband in the background?
Oh, no, I thought you were talking about the dog. I'm like, wow, that's not very nice. And I saw him walk through.
My husband just
Oh, shoot.
Candy, Carrie Nation is the basic block, and the Tree of Life is the advanced block. You can mix and match any way you want. You do not have to if you want to mix a couple basic blocks and put advanced blocks in it, this is your quilt. So it's whatever you want, the colors you want, what you want. I mean, we may pull out a block that you will not like, Miss Rita. There you might pull a block that you
Because they were hard. So
So I mean,
it's a sampler quilt. It's all different. So just
Yeah.
what you put in it.
Make them both. Make one. Make the other.
Yeah,
Whatever you
Yeah,
want to do.
whatever.
You don't like one, leave it out. Pick another.
Mhm.
yep. And if you just want to make the Carrie Nation block and just hang out with us, feel free to make 20 Carrie Nation blocks. I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
I wasn't paying attention, girls. Sorry.
Hi, Nana Mona.
That's okay.
Oh, Trouble is here.
Oh, that's
Hi,
pretty.
Sheila.
That's
Hi,
pretty,
Carrie.
Sheila.
Hey,
Very
everybody.
nice.
Okay, who's over there?
That's
That's
the
the
one
one block. Oh, Sheila, I love your colors.
Do you?
All
It's all,
Yes, I
all
do.
scraps from Lori Holt.
You let me do one at a time. Who wants to be for? Let me do Sheila first. All right. There's Sheila's.
Okay.
Ooh, see, you didn't use a white background. You used those colors. That's pretty.
Yeah, that's
That's
beautiful.
pretty.
Mhm. Here's my white. It's got white with little circles in it.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that.
Now Sheila's an expert. Let's inspect it real
No,
close.
I'm not. No. Okay,
I'm
make me
teasing.
little.
Very pretty.
Sheila, I have every single one of those prints too.
Sorry, Carrie. All right, who's next? Francis.
Not me. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to see Francis's. Ooh, that's pretty.
Ooh,
Very
that's
pretty.
beautiful. I love the orange and the blues together.
And we're using the same fabric line, but hers is picked completely different ones than I did in the lines.
See what I got tonight, don't you, Rita?
Oh, you're drinking out your chicken cup.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Really, this is what I've been doing tonight. You probably
6,
can't see
9.
it.
6 of them.
Oh, let me see.
Let's see, Francis.
Oh, it's
Francis
just
did the
where I
tree
cut
alive.
some out and put it on.
Oh,
I
the
haven't
tree.
sewed them
Hi,
yet.
Kathy.
Hey,
I put them
Kathy.
together.
Very
Very
nice.
good.
I didn't see this lady's block up here. I don't know who she is. Right next to Francis. I can't see that good.
Darlene.
Oh, Darlene, hi. Show
Let me-
your block. I missed it.
Yeah. I'm gonna make you big. There you go.
Oh, that's
Very
pretty. I love
nice.
the yellows with the blues.
Oh, I love the
Very nice.
yellow.
Yes, beautiful.
That is pretty.
Very pretty.
For the dog.
But see what you can make just out of scraps.
And it was not hard to make. It was very simple.
I'm not conscious. I don't have focus.
Oh, there's Kathy. Make Kathy big.
Make Kathy big. I'm going. I'm trying.
Kathy?
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, that's pretty. I love the
love that.
blues.
Oh,
I
that's
need
so
that blue
pretty.
fabric.
Yeah. The blues are beautiful.
I
Kathy,
love
you
that
did
real
good.
dark with the flowers on it.
you.
Uh-huh.
That's
I'd have
pretty.
a hard time picking the prettiest one tonight. You know that?
It's not mine.
What'd Carrie get done?
They're
I
all
didn't see
pretty.
yours.
I didn't make one tonight.
Oh, okay.
I have a
No
graphic-
wonder I didn't see it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What'd Carrie get done?
Carrie, did you?
Do a square, but I'm doing a different one.
No, it was Sandra.
Okay, make me big.
Make you big. Okay. See what Carrie's done. Oh, you've put more
Oh,
in it.
that's nice. Very
Yeah.
good.
You're doing
You're doing
good.
You're about to get that doggy blanket fixed.
Yeah,
Yes.
You're doing
Marla,
good,
you're
Carrie.
probably right.
I figure it out. I'm starting from the corner. I'm working up.
I'm gonna get off the panel in case someone else wants to get up there and show theirs.
Oh no, there's plenty of room.
1, 2, 3.
And have 10 people.
Yeah,
You can have 10.
it's like, yeah, but we can take turns. I don't need to stay up here.
Okay.
Why not?
I don't
We
got
do.
anything else to talk about.
Angel, look what I
Here's
did.
Texas Angel.
We
Hi,
stay up
Texas
here.
Angel. Hi, Bert Window.
I did it.
All right. Before y'all go on to your chit chat, I think Mona and I have just been dying to find out what Rowena
Rowena's gonna pick.
Yes.
Oh, let me make
Okay,
let me make you big.
Yeah,
Hold
make
on,
her real big.
make you
Okay,
big.
what is it?
Drum roll, drum
Drum
roll.
roll.
You want the advanced block first, or you want the basic block first?
I don't care.
Your choice.
Well, I'm
Okay,
gonna
here's the advanced block.
do the easies.
Here's the advanced block.
Okay,
Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna need to write it down.
Crazy house.
Crazy,
Advanced.
Crazy house.
crazy.
And where is that? Hey, that just come to my house and you'll have it.
That's Delaware quilt. It's under
Okay,
Delaware quilt.
crazy house.
At Delaware.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the links that somebody could post. Lisa.
Advance.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
and the beginner.
Here's the block. Here's the basic.
I hope it's something I like.
Crazy
Hi,
House
Andy
is in
Rabbit.
4-color card trick.
4-color.
Card trick.
That's Delaware quilts.
4-color
Oh, so they're both on Delaware.
Yep.
card. What?
I've been
card?
wanting to make that
4-color
square.
card trick. Card
I've
trick.
never heard of it, but
Is it truck or trick? Trick.
Trick.
Card
4-color card trick.
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
I have that pattern printed on 3 different groupings.
Right, I'll see if I
And
can.
that is going to be the 13th. No, I mean, today's the 8th. The 15th.
15.
The 15th. Right? You still keeping it Monday?
If that works for me.
yeah, me too,
Does
because
that work for everybody?
I don't have to go in till 11 on Mondays. So
And Sheila, when we get over this, we're gonna do the bag. We're gonna do the bag. I
Great.
mean it.
I still got my stuff in there waiting.
Yeah, and a lot of people have asked me, and they went and purchased their stuff. But we're gonna do that bag.
and I found placemats and I lost them again. So hopefully
Oh
when I
Lord!
clean out that room, I'll find them again.
Oh my goodness, Mona, what are we gonna do with you?
I don't know.
That's
They've been
because
asking
you
that
hit her
question
head
for
once a
years.
million times.
Hi, Crossover Paranormal. Hi, Christy Lou. If you want to drop your link, it's Hen for Rita's channel and So for my channel.
Is there anybody out there that don't know what the bag looks like?
Nobody's
Oh
saying
my
that.
gosh, that crazy horse.
Crazy
That's the
house.
advanced
Oh, that's cute though. And
advanced one. The crazy horse. Crazy house. Crazy house.
Crazy house.
House?
Crazy house.
Oh, house? I thought you said
Yes.
horse.
House.
yeah,
Let me see.
Lisa put it up.
yeah, I found it at the same time.
Yeah, crazy,
Crazy house.
crazy
This is
house.
what
That's
it
I
is.
got. But
Yep,
yeah, that
crazy
one. I'm
house.
like, oh boy.
No, it's saying not secure, but that's all right. I can.
Yeah, it
Go
said
another
that,
time.
but it's fine.
Rita, do you know how to show it on the screen or no?
The
Block?
no.
Hi, Crossover Paranormal Society. I
can
see
you
you jump
tell me-
ship.
Can
No,
you
I'm
talk
just
me
kidding.
through it? How do I do that?
Well, you get on the block first, and then you hit present, and it brings it up on your thing. But you don't have to. Lisa posted the link, so they can click on it and see it.
Go to the block first and hit present? Oh, have to share screen or something like that? You know I'm not good with this stuff.
Do I have?
Now, what
You
is
should
the
be able
hard
to
one's
do
name
it from
again?
Oh, that doesn't look too
Mona.
bad. That crazy horse.
I don't
Crazy
think
house.
Crazy horse.
it's a house.
Crazy
House. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's what. That's the
Crazy
one I
house.
got.
All right,
It's
let me see
crazy
if I-
house.
Yeah,
Right there.
Yeah.
There you go. Let me-
Crazy.
There it is.
That's the advanced block.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh, that's pretty.
I don't think that'll be too bad.
No, me either.
No, not really.
All right, I'm going to see if I can.
Okay, now the other one.
If you did 32 half square triangles for Tree of Life, you got the crazy house. I mean,
Did it work? No, it didn't work. Let
No.
me go back. Hold on.
Well, that's what I got. Yeah.
All right, hold on here. I'll figure it. I just grabbed the wrong one. I needed to grab Crazy House.
Well, is the
Is it working?
4-color card trick
It's not working.
in the
There it
Delaware?
is.
There
there
it is.
you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Okay, there's the block. Oh,
Yep.
that's cute. That looks easy. It's all
That looks doable.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yep.
I think the advanced one's going to be easier than the beginner.
In the card trick. Yeah, me too.
All right, let me see if I can show that one.
4-color card trick.
The card trick is
Actually,
very easy.
the card trick is going to be easy because it's just cuts. You're
Mhm.
really just doing cuts.
All right, let me get to StreamYard, share screen.
Well, I'm printing both of them off. We'll see what I get done.
I'm low on ink. I'm not printing.
Oh,
I can't print. No, my
Let's see,
computer.
did it come up?
And
Yeah.
Rita,
Yeah, just a
Rita,
second. It is.
Yep. Yep.
That one looks hard to me, but
It's just it can be hard.
Looks like half squares, triangles, and
well, the half square
kind of like a
triangles are
geese.
easy, but it's that other little piece that you put in there.
Yeah.
You know.
all
The
right,
thing
let me
with the 4 colors to make sure you match the sides correctly.
Yeah.
My friend was constantly putting the cards all goofed up.
Hi,
then-
my wild home. Sorry.
They're supposed to match.
Yeah, at a certain point, yes. Yeah.
nobody told us that.
But I do
So
the
wait-
one off. I like the card trick off of the Quilt of Valor. You don't cut your points off.
Yeah.
but you didn't have Rita as a boss who really wanted to use Delaware quilt.
Yeah.
But Rita, all I need to know is, are you going to cheat and start sewing it tomorrow? And
Well, you have to make a practice
No.
block before you go on.
Tomorrow, I want to go quilt this quilt tomorrow, so I'm not going to start it tomorrow. Maybe Wednesdays.
okay, well, that's fine because I have to time my tutorial at the same time you.
Well, I'm going to be gone the next 2 days, so I can't work on anything till Thursday. So.
Yeah, and tomorrow I got to give my mom.
Are we
a
going
ride
to do this? Are we going to do this next Monday like we did this time? Some of us sewing and you doing the
or just all of us
Mhm.
sewing.
well in chat.
So
What does chat think we need to do it? Do they want some of us to sew and you tell them what we're doing?
You guys all sewed at a different rate of speed tonight.
Yep.
You did.
We did.
Well, that's all right. Everybody sews faster and slow, so that's.
I'm
just
going to
about
be at someone
reality.
else's house next Monday, but I can watch the video of it, like I did tonight.
So
At
this
least
was
it's a good explainer.
this was our soft opening, and so we were just working out bugs, feeling our way, and we will be better organized. I think that there are a lot of comments on here, and we want to address some of the comments. So I will probably not sew because I cannot sew after being awake
Yeah.
15 hours.
Oh, I
One
bet.
thing you were talking about using a clapper, and if you're a beginner sewer, you may not know what those are.
No, I didn't. Well, I do now, but I didn't.
And some people, I got kind of confused because they said they were using the measurements on their mat, and I was always taught that those sometimes cannot be accurate. I always go by the markings on my ruler.
Yes.
So
I do too.
Well, okay, so it really depends on your mat. If you are using the same measurement for every block and you're going to use the same mat, you're going to
Uh-huh.
get the same consistent lines. But
Yeah.
if you use your mat for some blocks and some strips and then you turn around and use a ruler for others, that's
Yeah.
where your inconsistency. So you're either going to use all your mat lines or you're going to
Oh,
use all your
okay.
ruler lines.
Okay.
You know, because the mat lines are not going to change.
Yeah.
And my mat that did not measure the inch is for batting only now. Because
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. I've
But
never used the mat measurements. I've always used the ruler.
Well,
so when I first start, I haven't been quilting for very long, and when I first started quilting as a beginner quilter who did not know any better, I had very basic tools. I bought what I could afford. The mat
Yeah.
was one of the first things I could afford, and I
Yeah.
had a specific size ruler that did not go 12.5 inches. And so I depended on my mat, and the lines were consistent, but I found that once I got my 12.5 ruler, and it was something from a pack from Amazon, and
Yeah.
I tried to do the mat and the ruler, it did not match up. So
Yeah.
I had to do one or the other. I could not do both.
And I'm not sure beginners may not know how to like press their quilt block and how to square it up.
Yeah, that was
So
a hard one for me. Let me
That
tell
they
you.
may not know that.
so we do both Mona and I have tutorials that
Uh-huh.
go a little bit more in depth. That way you can stop, pause
Yeah.
it, and then try it and back it up and pause it. And you're not going to, unless we're on here for 12 hours, you're just not going to get it.
Yeah.
We can't get all that content in. So we do have the tutorials to help. We
Yeah.
are
I
going
think the
to
tutorials will help people that are really lost and they're just beginners and unsure,
Yes.
right.
And Lisa's videos are in depth, detail.
Yeah.
She goes over every single step. I'm
Yeah.
more of a just show you what I'm doing and go. And I speed my videos up so I don't really sew that fast, but almost that fast. So I
Yeah.
speed
I
my
noticed you
videos
were
up.
speeding yours up. I
Yeah.
noticed that.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I
I want
try.
to, it's the sewing part because, sometimes it will take an hour for a video and I don't like sitting through a whole hour video. And so I try and shorten it.
Yeah.
But if I need to know something specific, then I'll go to that spot and then I jump ahead. Then I miss
Mm-hmm.
something and then I jump back. So
Yeah.
I kind of make them for my brain. It might not work for your brain. So
Right.
you just got to
And
find what you like and
Mhm.
sometimes, when you have those quick machines, you're just used to putting your feet on the gas. And
Yeah.
I actually slow my machine down to do the tutorial so it does not speed that fast. So people don't think I'm running over my pins and
Yeah.
no, I
things
don't
like.
use pins.
Well, and
I always pin, and that may be something we need to mention, is to always take your pin out when you get close to it to sew.
and I'm a pinner, and I don't have a problem
I
with
am
that.
too because it can move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a pinner, or I might get distracted. The dog will. I much rather pin than have to rip out a seam.
Now,
Oh
the
yeah,
Tree of
I'm a
Life,
pin.
I did pin in a couple spots because
Mhm.
it was slippery. But
Mhm.
normally I don't pin at all. I just hold on to the seam till I get there and then I let go. And if it's not perfect, I don't care. So, as long as it still looks good and it,
Yeah.
kind of evens up, that's me. But if you want to be perfect or get it, you could pin or clip, but I just don't like it. I always poke myself and I don't like that.
Yeah.
I heard you can use glue too. I should try that.
I think that'd be more trouble than the pins myself.
Yeah. And see, with bag making, I can't use pins with the vinyl. So that's how I got
I would never
way
stitch over a pin.
Yes,
'Cause you can
yes,
break the
no,
Marla.
you never
needle.
wanna
Marla,
stitch over a pin.
exactly.
I don't want
Exactly.
stuff
She's
in
thinking,
the
what a
pins.
pin. When was the last time I used my
Rita, do you pin?
pins?
not all the time. Not if I can help it. If it's fitting good, I don't have to. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if something's wonky, then I'll do it to try
Did you
and
see what
straighten
Marla
it up.
wrote?
water pin. I was going to have Terry help me pin this thing back here, and I couldn't find no pin. So I think that's funny.
And
You know,
I
heavy, it won't stay up there, and I couldn't find any pins.
No.
and I use magic pins. I know that there was a discussion about magic pins, I think, at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And I do iron over my magic pins because when I applique, and if I have 3 layers of things, I use my pins and I iron it down. So I use pins for everything. So for everybody watching, it's optional. You can use a pin. You could do it the Rita and Mona way and just zoom away. But anyway,
And
y'all
Christy,
tell me
Christy Lou says, thank you, everyone. Each of you has brought a different aspect to learning these blocks. Thank you for the collective group talents. We hope you enjoyed it. We've had fun. We're not done yet. We're going to continue next week too. So.
yeah, and so everybody just, I was going to say, who was asking about that Tylenol earlier? Marla?
Patty G.
Oh, Patty
Oh,
G.
so
and
Terry
somebody
sews over hers.
I sew over my pins.
I
Oh,
do.
I
Long
did
as
one
they're
one
the-
time.
As long
No.
as they're the correct way, they will move when the needle comes down. The
Yeah.
needle will push them out of the way as long as they're in one way and you're stitching this other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't recommend sewing over pins to any
You have to
beginner.
put them opposite, different from what you're sewing. If you sew this way, the pin comes.
You're just
Oh,
asking
go
for
get the
trouble.
phone.
And if you are
Hello?
using a box store sewing machine, one of the
Like I
the
use.
no,
Yeah,
you don't use $100 sewing machine.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
do. I do.
$100 sewing machine.
I paid 75 for this.
But what, 15 years ago?
Yeah, and it's made 80 quilts.
No, but I mean, what I'm saying is some
Yeah.
sewing machines, the box store singers, if you run over your pins, you will mess up your tension.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I have 2 singers in the back that I cannot sew a
Yeah.
pin over.
I won't
And it
buy
ma-
a singer. I want
Yeah.
a singer featherweight. That's all I want.
Well,
And
and that's what I'm saying. So you should just make a practice not to run over it because you don't know how the machine will
Okay,
tolerate it
okay.
when you first start sewing. Now, what you do once you get comfortable and you know your machine and what your machine can do, But we certainly don't want anybody to break their machine.
and they made them a lot better back in the old days.
Texas Angels asking for
Well, they did. The machines
those
now
magic pins.
are not as well.
And then people need to know, don't buy the cheapest pins at the store. There are thinner and more better pins. These little glass heads, they're very thin.
Oh, I
And
like these because I can see them.
But then that's just it. Some people can't see the pins. I have flatheads that was my mother's, but they're very thick. There are different thicknesses of your pin, and there's different lengths. Don't buy a 3/4 inch one. Those don't hardly hold anything together.
Or they bend.
But those 3/4, you just get it in, and it's done.
Yeah, Katie, I think it's a personal taste whether you use pins, in your sewing style. I think it's like cooking. Some people like a lot of spice, and some people just want
Yeah.
it plain. You know, you just all you're learning is the basics, and you find your way on what suits you, and you do not have to be like anybody else. You
Right.
quilt the way you want, you make it look the way you want, you put the colors. I don't care what color of the rainbow there is, but if you want 3 shades of green put together because you like green, go for it. I mean, it does not matter. It is
And-
supposed to be, it's supposed to be relaxing, and it's supposed to be enjoyable. It should not stress you out.
I didn't use a pin today on any of the blocks I sewed together.
Randy's picking
Yeah,
on
but you're
you,
an
Kathy.
Maybe
experienced
with
sewer.
Carrie kicked off.
A beginner should not be running over pins, in my opinion.
Right. But I have been sewing for so many years. But I don't use pins a lot. And heck, I can't even tell you where my Wonder Clips are.
And
They're
it's
back
kind
there
of,
somewhere.
it's kind of funny because when I was growing up, I never had a sewing machine, and
Francis has pot. I'm jealous.
we were poor, so I would just find material and walk in the store and look at a dress and go home and freehand cut the pattern and sew it all by hand, and it would fit. And I would never pin anything, would never make points or anything else, just sew it, and it would fit. But with quilting, I like to have the pins, and I think it's a security blanket for me. I just don't want those. I don't want to have to use Jack very much.
Jack gets lonely in my house.
Huh?
Yeah, not all of us can be perfect. Jack is well loved in my house.
He's one of my favorite friends.
Yep, me too.
Keep
Oh,
him right
I-
here
I-
handy.
But years ago, when we made clothes, you had to pin that stuff on clothes. You had to pin them. So.
Years ago, I used to use pin, but my skin was better. Now, boy, it hurts. I don't use them. But I use these Wonder Clip things. But then sometimes I'll go to pull it back and my fingers don't work and it goes shooting across the room.
Yeah.
Guess who, Nancy? Dr. Pepper would be nice now. Yeah, Kenmore's a good machine. I had one. That thing was a tank. But I gave it away.
Yeah, I think some of the older machines, you know, the ones like So Terry goes to Heads and Fix, whatever. Janice, you use pins too. Yeah, I like pins, but I think the older machines are better than what you purchase now. I mean,
Oh, definitely.
pieces fall off of machines now. If you buy it and you just hit it a little bit, a piece will fall off of it.
Yeah, that's why I bought this one, because even though it says it's all metal, it's not all metal, but it's mechanical. When you get into the computer systems and stuff like that, one wrong move, you can mess it up. I did that to, I forget what machine I had years ago when I got back into sewing. I wanted to move the needle over. Dummy me didn't stop the machine. I did it while I was sewing. Bam! Oh, there went the timing. Oh.
So anyway, I think I'm fixing to get off. I need to go to bed before I get mouthy. And I will see you all later. Night,
Bye,
everybody.
Lisa.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
And I come on early tonight. It's early for us tonight. Maybe we ought to cut that other block out.
I'm going to clean out her room tomorrow at the rest home.
Oh, are you?
Beverly's room. Yeah.
You
We
found
got
a
her
new place?
another place. We got
Oh,
another. There's
good.
a new one. There's a new one opening up in our hometown that we didn't know about, but it's going to be a while before it opens. So
Oh, okay.
we're taking her to this one because she's still in the hospital.
Oh, okay. Well,
And they
that's
got her
good.
on pureed food. I got her to eat about 6 bites tonight, but that was about all.
Hmm.
She said,
What did you
"Ugh."
say?
The lady I took care of
What did
had pureed food, but she liked donuts. I used to puree her donut and just put a little bit of milk on there, and boy, she gobbled that up.
Uh,
And
Well,
some
she
of that,
had chocolate pudding and she didn't even, she says, I don't want no more.
oh yeah, I'm just at 18 half square triangles squared up out of 32. That's the longest part. But
Yes,
I
it
like
is,
that
because that's what I sat over there and did while y'all were making that square. Was squared up 32. Mm.
Is it hard, Francis?
It's a lot of work. It's not that it's that hard, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Hi, Linda Hauser.
No.
It's such a pretty block. I thought about making it.
I'm going to try.
Teresa's gonna do hers tomorrow.
Well, I can't do it tomorrow.
I gotta run my mom. She plays cards at the Moose.
Oh, wow, that's neat.
So I gotta drive her up there. Her friend's gonna take her home.
We got a funeral to go to in Napanee, so
And I gotta go pick up her prescriptions. I'm sure there's more on the
but the
list.
weather's supposed to be kind of iffy. It's supposed to get snow.
I think it's supposed to wait, is it snowing here tomorrow?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
I
here.
think.
Oh,
Yes,
it's raining
everybody,
here
don't forget
now.
the thumbs up.
Napanee's probably about an hour and a half from us.
We're supposed to have bad storms tomorrow, high winds.
Yep.
Rowena,
We
when
are
you're
too.
up there, wave to Patty G.
Patty G, yeah. Yeah, my husband's nephew passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear.
Went in for heart surgery, didn't make it.
Oh no, that's awful.
Yeah, sad.
Thunderstorms tomorrow. It's 41 here now. Well, earlier, so I don't know how. One day you're in a bathing suit, and the next day you're in a parka. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
We got a bad weather warning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rain, snow, ice.
I think we're all getting that.
It's 33 here and it's supposed to start raining pretty soon.
I'm going to have to shovel sidewalks.
And tomorrow it's supposed to be 61 degrees. Isn't that weird?
That's what's going to make you storms, though.
Yeah, that's what's going to make the storms.
Look at my weather.
It's Greenland quilter. It's
This is
44 in the
41 and
Arctic.
drizzle rain right now. So you know it's going to go east.
Yep, it's coming my way.
Possible rain in the next hour. So, but it's going to be 51 tomorrow. That's not bad.
Not too bad.
Rita, has it rained up there today?
Yeah, we've had, last time Terry checked the rain gauge, it was over 2 inches, and it's probably still raining. It was at dark.
Wow.
We have
Oh
a
my
winter weather
gosh.
advisory.
This Sunday,
It's raining
a
out
high
here
of
now.
18, low of 3.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 17 next Sunday. High of 17.
Oh, and
we got
then a week from today, high of 16, low of -1.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I
Yeah,
have never
wow.
seen temperatures
Stupid.
like that in Oklahoma before.
School.
-1.
Oh, well.
Well, they
Make sure
didn't have
I-
school here today because of the high winds, and they didn't have electricity at the schools. So I'm
Make sure all
sure
your
the
pipes is
parents were
covered.
thrilled over that.
Yeah, we got a winter weather advisory out tonight. I think it's supposed to start snowing like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, well, they had blizzard conditions up in the panhandle of Oklahoma because they were showing the winds were going 60 miles an hour, and said you couldn't get from the panhandle of Oklahoma to Colorado because of the blizzard. Said you couldn't see.
But I'll take anybody to shovel my sidewalks tomorrow for me.
Sorry, I wish I lived there, near you, Sandra. I would done it for you.
It's like,
Well, I have a next door neighbor that has a small tractor, and he
Yeah.
has this shovel piece that he puts on the front of it, and he shovels my sidewalk and my driveway for me when it gets like really bad. But he
Well-
loves being out on the tractor.
I
Our
have
city
a,
does ours.
I have a side by side, but I haven't put my plow on it yet. But
Yeah.
I won't until it gets ridiculous. I'll shovel it.
Yeah, he has a scoop thing on the front of it. But he does every one of them. There's 7 houses on this street, and he does everybody's. I think he just likes doing it.
Night, Katie.
Not Katie. I bet her weather's not very good.
You said it was 47, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah, which is unusual. My granddaughter's up in the upper part of Alaska, and they can't believe the weather they're having is mild compared to normal. But it makes it hard for hunting and other things because they're dependent on that river to freeze.
Yeah.
That makes them a highway.
Huh.
Yeah. Everybody's having high winds.
Yes. Our Cascade Mountain, they said they might end up closing it just due to the high winds, not due to the roads, the winds,
Yeah.
because
Well,
it
if that
causes-
wind is blowing all that snow across, I bet it would make it difficult to see.
Mona, what are you doing?
I don't know. I'm getting,
You've been drinking.
So,
Well,
Mona,
water.
what does your T-shirt say? I can't read all of it.
it says, "Don't make me go Beth Dutton on you." You know
Oh.
that
Don't make me go
Yellowstone.
what?
Beth
Yellowstone.
Dutton on you.
that's from Yellowstone.
Yep.
At
Is
least
it-
it didn't say I'm taking you to the train track or whatever that is.
Oh, I have those. Take me to the train station.
Yeah.
Very vulgar show. I don't know why they need all the swearing in there, but
And I
enjoy
don't
it.
believe that's how it really was. Unfortunately, I do not believe they got away with all the
Well, it's not a true story. It's fiction.
yeah, but it's like but they're putting these ideas into our young innocent heads. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
I don't
talking
even
about
watch it.
schools doing virtual learning tomorrow, my
Okay.
granddaughter does not do well on that because they'll have different tests and they're timed. And she gets so panicky about the clock,
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
she can't concentrate on the work.
Yeah, I never let my kids watch that kind of stuff.
I don't even watch it myself.
Oh, I like a good cowboy.
I like the Cowboys, but they can leave the language out.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
watching Westerns.
Pretty much all the shows are like that now. Haley and I watched, it's called Stray Dogs or Strays or something. And it showed a picture of these two or three dogs on there. So we're thinking, oh, a nice family show. So we get on there and start watching it. Oh my heavens. It was funny, but it was not a family show. I said, can you imagine if I'd have took you to the theater to watch this? We just got up and walked out because I was like, oh my gosh. And it didn't give you any warning or anything. I said, oh my goodness. We thought it was like Old Yeller or Benji. No, it was not. Even my daughter was like, I can't believe they are showing that.
Yeah.
No.
Is Mr. Terry still up?
He's in the recliner in the other room. I ain't heard from him since I started this, but
Did you go milk the cow today?
no, I didn't. I decided the calf could have all the milk tonight. It was too nasty. I didn't want to go out. But it's not, the weather's not going to be any better all week. So I probably
No.
should have trumped down there in the rain and mug boots and done it. But
Yeah.
I wished I would have had that option years ago. Just put the cap on it.
Mhm.
We had to rush back home to milk that cow
Uh-huh.
just because the boss had to have it because milk was costing too much. My whole refrigerator was nothing but milk.
You.
And then he wanted me to separate off the cream, make him the butter. And I go, what do you think this is? Safeway? It's like there gets to be too much.
I don't know how to end it. I was going to end my stream, but it just says delete. I don't know how you
Well,
end
Rita
it.
had to shut mine down the other night.
Oh,
Well,
can you?
I'm going to click on it and see what it does, okay?
Yeah, click me off. I'll stay for a little bit, but I don't want to have to forget and then have something come up when I'm driving to Uncle's.
Charlotte, I'm in
Yep, I'm off
Georgia.
of there. Good.
Okay.
I'm still on, but I'm off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I couldn't
You're
figure
still
out how to
on, but
shut
you're
down the
off.
screen.
Yeah.
That's
Story of my
confusing.
life, Sheila.
Yes, Charlotte, Georgia.
Oh.
That's okay. We excuse you. You've had a head injury.
Yeah. At one. 1 year old.
Mm.
Oh.
I'm having freeze-dried bitto honeys.
I made a pie today.
Mm.
It didn't look the greatest, and it was runny, but it tasted good.
For supper, I had sirloin steak and some green potatoes.
Instead of putting ice cream on top of your pie, put your pie on top of your ice cream.
What
Oh, I
kind of
didn't
pie?
I
What
didn't
kind of
put
pie
ice
do you
cream
have,
on
Mona?
it. I made a mixed berry pie. But
Sheila, we had
I used
ribeyes
frozen
and fried
berries.
potatoes.
Did you?
Hmm.
All that talk about meat last night, I was craving some steak.
Yeah, I had
Well, I
pie
cooked
for
mine
dinner.
on the grill.
Mm.
I have a
I
cousin.
wasn't going to get out in the grill. It was too cold out there for me.
Oh, yeah. How
No.
windy.
Well, it was cold. My daughter called me as I was doing that, and she said, "Mama, isn't it cold out there?" I said, "Yeah, but I'm only in and out.
Yeah,
You know,
but
I go
still,
out and
I
check
just
it and
did it in
come
my
right back
cast iron
in."
skillet.
Yeah,
Not quite as good as on the grill, but it was
yeah.
still good.
I don't know what we'll have tomorrow. We'll come up with something.
I still got about 2 helpings of it left, or 2 more times.
Mm.
Well,
It
we
was a
give
big
ours
sirloin.
what was left to Max, and you know he didn't turn it down.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Our
gonna get
big
off
old
of here
dog.
tonight, y'all, because I got to get up early in the morning, go get that done. And
Bye, Francis. And
so
good
I'm
luck.
gonna get
Bye,
off.
Francis.
You coming on tomorrow night?
Am I? I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know yet.
Depends on how many times you come on tomorrow during the day, right? But I'll see y'all later. Love y'all.
Bye.
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 Had she mentioned anything about Beverly when I was gone?
Yeah, they're moving her to a new location. That's what she's got to go pack up her old place.
Oh, well, good.
She's still in the hospital. They have her on pureed foods,
Uh-huh.
and she's eating a little bit of it.
Well, good.
And then sounds like they're putting her in a temporary place until the next new one in the same town is open.
Oh, okay. She did talk about the other day there was one real close in her town, but maybe they don't have that opening yet.
Well, they got something about a new
Hi,
one being
Mona.
built.
Bye.
Mona.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mona.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Mona.
Bye.
Remove.
And then there were 6.
Oh no, we're going down fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I think both those blocks are very easy, doable.
I think so too. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I'm going to give them a try.
I have
Okay.
to work on this graduation quilt now that I got that one baby quilt done. I have a baby quilt and a graduation quilt now that
Yeah.
has to get done. And I don't
Maybe.
put off.
Maybe tomorrow night I might cut out fabric, but I won't get any sewing done on it.
And
I
trying
have a friend expecting twins, and
ugh,
I'm waiting to find out what they are before I make them a quilt.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make
not
one for
going to.
I'm gonna make one for each one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She wants a boy and a girl, so we'll see.
In the perfect world, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Right?
See what she
Yes.
gets.
I know. I'm excited. I can't wait.
And this
And
is my
she's
next.
only
Well, that's
two and
pretty.
a
That's
half
a friend.
months.
Looks like a friendship
Sandra,
star, kind of.
pretty.
That's
Yeah,
pretty.
It's pretty.
it's the disappearing pinwheel.
Charlotte, look
Yeah.
what I did tonight on my machine.
That's pretty. Anyway, my friend's only 2.5 months and she's already showing
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Some
with
people
the
show
twins.
early.
Yeah, I didn't until about 4 months.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to hide it at 3. I just wore
Please.
baggier shirts. But I wore my blue jeans through the whole pregnancy.
Oh my gosh.
How many
I couldn't
blocks
do
are we
that.
making? Isn't it 12?
20.
20.
20? So
20.
40 possibilities.
Yep.
So is it 4 across and 5 down? Or
If that's the way you want them, yeah. Yeah.
let's see. Or
That
5
would make it
across
nice.
and
It
6.
would make it
I
to
think
cover
it's 5
you.
across and 6 down.
You're going for 30?
That's 30.
30.
That's 30. Yeah.
Okay, you saw that part. Okay, this will be. I'm going down here with the white, a bit of the white. Then the purple will go
And,
on underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to add a little bit of white in the middle.
Have you got
Uh-huh.
all your blocks cut? Is your blocks cut out for it, your fabric?
Yep, all of my blocks are all cut up.
Is your machine sewing all right now? Since
Yeah.
that, oh, good.
well, good.
All my pieces are all cut. Now I just gotta put it. I'm just the way I let the white on, then I figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna get the purple thing on tonight, but at 8 o'clock I kind of had to stop
Uh-huh.
because I don't want to wake up my neighbors.
My neighbors can't hear.
I wish the walls in the apartments are
No, Ann, I don't think so.
That'd be one table runner and a half.
No.
A scarf for how many?
Well, I don't know about you ladies, but I'm tired. Y'all about ready to call it night?
Why are you tired, Rita?
I don't know. I hadn't done anything hardly today. I think it's just the weather,
Just the
reckon.
weather. Yeah.
and the sun doesn't come out. We're all going blah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rita, how many blocks is in your quilt behind you? The Carrie Nation.
I don't know. I kept adding. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down. So there's 30.
30.
Okay.
Okay.
And then with
So
her
that's
borders,
probably
that's
what, a queen
nice.
size?
I haven't put it on the bed. I really don't know what the dimensions are. I hadn't measured it, but I bet
Then
it
she's
fits.
going to do 2 borders around it of different
yeah,
colors.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
got the 2 borders.
She's
Yep.
already got the borders on.
It's got
Yeah.
got a white one, and then I put the green one. Gotta go this way, don't I?
Yeah.
When she finds that tape
That's-
measure, she'll measure it. That'll work.
Well, that's what I'm thinking about doing. Mine isn't big enough for a bed,
Mhm.
queen
I
size
won't.
bed.
I won't make it unless it's big enough for a bed.
Mhm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I'd have to start building walls for wall hangings.
I've made some I've given away. They're like lap size, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But my list of things I gotta do keeps expanding. Not getting to my UFOs very fast.
I know. I got to start this week on my son's cushions, and I'm dreading them.
I'm with you there. I made one cushion, but Rita's ready to call it a night.
I really am. It's been fun tonight, though, and I think everybody enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
The next one will go by a little smoother. It's like every
Yeah.
time. I know. Kathy asked me, "Well, you going up on the panel?" I says, "No, there's just 4 of them."
Mm-hmm.
And besides,
Well, that's what I told my husband. He listens to our conversations
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he sits right over there on the other side of the room.
Ask him to pray for my friend.
You what?
Ask him to pray for my friend. He found out he has cancer.
Oh.
Okay.
He has to go for. They already did one treatment of the different racing, but it didn't go away. Now he has to go for the other treatment.
Mm.
Everybody's
Nice.
getting off.
Sorry.
My son went for 24 months of treatments.
Mm.
So
I think once the people are going to be sewing along that usually aren't on our little video chat, they kind of see how it's going to go now.
Yeah.
You know.
Worked out the kinks tonight.
Yeah, kind of see.
Yeah.
I was at my friend's wedding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend in my Sunday school class. Her name's Carol. She's got one more treatment to do. Then they're going to reevaluate her. She had lung cancer a couple years ago, and it came back, and now it's in her spine and lung.
Yeah.
But she seems to be doing pretty good. She looks good. She's wearing a wig now.
Okay. Mm.
But it looks real pretty on her. She got a frosted kind of colored one.
Okay. Well, Rita's got really quiet, so we better
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fall asleep over here. So.
Falling asleep in her chair.
But thank you guys for all coming and being here. So,
Are you going to be doing any long arming soon?
Yeah, I'm planning on it because I don't have any excuse now that I can wind bobbins. So
Yeah. Do you have heat up there?
I do.
Good.
But I want to do this one, and I bought that chicken pantograph. So actually, I think I'm gonna put chickens on that one.
Okay.
That'd be cute.
Try out that pantograph.
Yep. Practice on it.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time. I'll watch for the lives.
Okay, and then
Good night, everybody.
good night, everybody.
Night.